Okay. The purpose of the 2023 Los Angeles Regional Lead Summit hosted by Painted Brain is to uplift the experience by having conversations about what is working and what isn't working in the current mental health system from the peer perspective. These conversations will be shared at the California State Conference with peers throughout the state and to see where what is working and what isn't working overlaps. The feedback will be used to support the advocacy initiatives at the June 2023 California Lead Conference in Sacramento, hosted by the California Association of Mental Health Peer-Run Organizations, CAMHPRO. My name is Tristan Scremin, and I will be conversing with today's storyteller about lived experiences with the mental health system. Let's lead the way by using our peer voice for advocacy. Welcome, and thank you for agreeing to share your lived experience with us all. What is your name, pronouns, and how do you identify?
Hi, thank you for having me. My name is Tiffany Rivera-Degusman. My pronouns are she, her, sha, and I identify as someone with lived experience navigating the mental health system for almost 10 years now, and also a mental health advocate in my community.
Excellent. Considering your lived experiences, what do you think is working in the current mental health system? Share times when you felt the interactions with the mental health system supported you or was helpful to your recovery. So what is working in the current mental health system?
Yeah, I cannot, in my lived experience and good faith, say that anything in particular is working very well in mental health, the mental health system, and even the educational systems around mental health. But what I would say is working is I've seen empathy and kindness in individuals, in groups, in and outside of facilities, in and outside of institutions. And the more that is amplified just based on, whether it is with peers, I can relate, I understand, or it's those advocates where even if it's not at in their title at a facility, they're advocating for their clients, for their patients. So I think that's what's working. Same within families, those that treat others with empathy and like humans who happen to be living with mental illness.
So would you say most of those people are peers or just here and there's really good people inside the system that actually can do this person-to-person work?
Mm-hmm. For me, it's those earth angels you meet along the way, whether it's outpatient or inpatient or in spaces like this especially.
Okay, excellent. Okay, considering your lived experiences, what do you think is not working with the current mental health system? Share times where you felt like your interaction with the mental health system did not support you or was harmful to you and receiving care, support, resources, or recovery journey. Like what is definitely not working in the current mental health system?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so currently, and it's very raw and fresh for me right now, what's not working is psychiatric units. I've been in psychiatric units in 2014 and 2019 for suicidal ideation when I was depressed and didn't want to live, but also just as recently as the end of March until April 12th, 2023. I went in voluntarily for a psych evaluation for PTSD because I almost died in a fire on March 3rd, 2023. And after going in for an evaluation, I was thrown into a psych unit where it was inhumanely run. I was sleep deprived, and I was telling them I was having a panic attack, and I was threatened with a tranquilizer shot in my bottom. And they put me in a timeout room with vomit-stained walls. So there's a lot of things not working in that system. But like I said in the previous question, there were a few angels that got me through that time. And there are some who didn't have as much education and knowledge and privilege as me to be able to have a voice and advocate for themselves. So while in the psychiatric unit, I had to also serve as an advocate for my own safety and for the safety of, especially of the other women survivors in that unit.
Let me ask you a follow-up question. Was that act of service and when you helped others, did that also help you, would you say?
It did help me, but at the end of the day, it really just felt necessary to my survival.
Had to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was just very understaffed, especially at nighttime.
Okay. For our closing question, and in 60 seconds, what is one thing you hope everyone will leave with today? So what's the one thing that you just hope people like take from this experience?
Yeah, and it mirrors my own, which is I can sense that people who come to these types of events are committed to action, right? But what can we do that's practical within our own families? Because as painful as all this has been, I've been recovering at my parents' home and it's been healing in both directions in my lineage. We're finally starting to have conversations. My parents are willing to go to therapy and to learn how to help me and how we could help each other, because it's not just this fire that happened. It's also all the intergenerational trauma and all of us adult children of immigrants who just don't, there isn't as many resources for us and to help our elders too, so that, we can be the healed versions of ourselves that our ancestors always dreamed of.
Excellent. Thank you for your time and sharing your lived experience as a form of advocacy here at the 2023 Los Angeles Regional Lead Summit.
Thank you so much.